Hello again and welcome back to part 2 of the Sunburst Mandala blanket. We're starting this part with row 11 and as always we're going to slip knot the yarn onto the hook. For this round we're going to work in the chain spaces here, and we're also going to work around this treble 3 together. So we won't do the stitch around this treble 3 together until a row further on. So to start off this next round we're going to work 3 doubles into each of the chain spaces all the way around, and we're going to skip these treble 3s together. So just start with a standing double in any of the chain spaces and work 3 doubles. I'm going to skip straight into the next chain space here. Oops. And again 3 doubles into that space. And then skip the 3 treble together and work 3 doubles into that next chain space. And we're just going to work exactly the same all the way around. You might want to pause the video at this point and work your 3 doubles and then meet at the end of the row. Once I've completed this row, I might let the yarn just change colour automatically rather than controlling each row to be a different colour, because it does look quite nice if you just let the colours flow naturally. So rather than you just watching me work 3 doubles into each chain space, I'll meet you when we get to the end of the round, where we're going to just join into that first double with a slip stitch and then snip off the yarn and fasten off. So we've completed row 11. Row 12 is another quite straightforward row. We're just going to work in every stitch with a half double. So just start with a standing half double in any stitch and then work a half double in each stitch all the way around this row. So it's a nice straightforward round that doesn't take too much thinking about, and at the end of this row you will still have 120 stitches, just in case you want to check to make sure. So again, if you want to pause the video while you work your half doubles, and I'll meet you when we get round to the other side again. To fasten off, just join into the first half double with a slip stitch, snip off the yarn and fasten off. And now we're ready to start row 13. So we're going to start again with a slip knot onto the hook. We're going to work in the first stitch that's in any of the 3 doubles that we've got here in the green. So the first stitch in that particular 3 here would be this one here. So into that first stitch we're going to work a half double, I'm going to work a half double in each of the next 2 stitches, So there we've got one stitch in the stitch that lines up with the 3 doubles here. And then we're going to work a front post treble around the 3 trebles together that are down here. On mine it's the yellow row. So to do a front post treble, we're going to go round the hook twice and then behind the stitch, pick up a loop, come through 2 once, come through 2 twice, and to make it a treble we come through 2 3 times. So we've actually gone around this stitch here. We're now going to work a half double in each of the next 3. Be careful that you don't miss that first one there that's sort of hidden behind the front post treble that we've just done. We do 3 half doubles, 1, oops, try that again, 2 and 3. Then we're going to do exactly the same into this next stitch here. So again, round the hook twice, behind the stitch and pick up a loop, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 3 times, 1 2 and 3, and then work the next 3 half doubles, 1 2 and 3, and then we're going to do the next front post treble around this next stitch. So it's adding the line going down onto the sunbursts that were back on row 10. So again, careful not to skip that hidden stitch and work 3 half doubles, and then again a front post treble around the stitch from row 10, 2 and 3, and then back to the 3 doubles, 1 in each of the next 3 stitches, and then again we're back to the front post treble that's worked around the front the treble 3s together from row 10. So that's the pattern repeat on this row: 3 halves, 1 front post treble, and then 3 halves in the next 3 stitches, and you'll be able to see that those stitches line up with the 3 here on row 11 that are in green on my blanket. So if you want to carry on again all the way around, just repeating the same pattern, making sure that you don't skip any stitches that's sort of hidden underneath the front post trebles, and I'll meet you when we get to the end. As I've reached the end of this round, we're left with just the 1 front post treble to work around this final treble 3 together, and then I'm just going to join into that first stitch with a slip stitch. I'm going to snip off the yarn and pull through. So up to now the blanket has been a circle. On the next row we're going to square it off. So we're going to start in one of the front post treble stitches here, and into that stitch we're going to work 2 trebles. So I'll just join the yarn onto the hook there, and into this stitch, which is the front post treble, we're going to work 2 trebles, 1 2 and 3, and then another treble into that same stitch. going to chain 2, and then we're going to go into the next stitch, which is the first stitch after the front post treble, and we're going to work 2 trebles into that stitch as well. There's one, and a second one. So we've got 2 trebles in one stitch, chain 2, and then 2 trebles into that same stitch. We're now going to work 7 double crochets, one in each of the next 7 stitches.